Say over again. Sonnet 21 by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, 1806 to 1861. Say over again, and yet once over again, that thou dost love me, though the word repeated should seem a cuckoo-song, as thou dost treat it. Remember, never to the hill or plain, valley and wood, without her cuckoo-strain, comes the fresh spring in all her green completed. Beloved I, amid the darkness greeted by a doubtful spirit voice, that in doubt's pain cry, speak once more, thou lovest. Who can fear too many stars, though each in heaven shall roll? Too many flowers, though each shall crown the year? Say thou dost love me, love me, love me, toll the silver iterance, only minding, dear, to love me also in silence with thy soul. Okay, this is a sonnet by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. She is an English poetess. She came from Durham in the northeast of England. She was the eldest of, I think, 12 siblings, and she came from a wealthy family that had properties in the Americas. They had a sugar plantation in Jamaica, and the family had had properties in the Americas since the mid 17th century. She engaged in a correspondence, writing letters to Robert Browning, and she fell in love with him, and they wanted to get married, but her father refused to give permission. So they eloped, they ran away, and they got married, and they went to live in Italy. And I think she spent the rest of her life in Italy. So what's this poem about? Okay, this poem is about love and insecurity. So the poem is saying that she wants her lover to tell her again and again that she loves him, and I'm pretty sure that the person speaking is Elizabeth Browning, and I think this is talking to her husband Robert Browning, and she is suffering from insecurity. She wants him to tell her that he loves her again and again and again. But she's got this nagging doubt, this nagging little voice at the back of her mind saying, maybe he doesn't love me, maybe he doesn't really love me. And she wants him to tell her that he loves her again and again. So say over again, and yet once over again, that thou dost love me. And that's really the first thrust of the poem. Please tell me again and again that you love me, that you do love me. Notice this, thou dost love me, emphatic do. Though the word repeated should seem a cuckoo-song, as thou dost treat it. So the word, the words "I love you" seem like the song of a cuckoo, 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 in the way that you treat this word "I love you." Now, I find it very interesting that she chooses the word "a cuckoo," because the cuckoo is a symbol of infidelity. The cuckoo lays its eggs in the nests of other birds. We have the word cuckold, which comes from cuckoo, and here clearly the cuckoo song is a sign of insecurity. She's worried that he's in love with somebody else and that he is cuckolding her. So that he has another person who he really does love. As thou dost treat it. So here, how does he treat the words I love you? Maybe he's she feels a feeling of insecurity in the way he uses them. Remember, never to the hill or plain, valley and wood, without her cuckoo-strain, comes the fresh spring in all her green completed. So she's now saying that the cuckoo is part of spring. That when spring comes, part of spring is the cuckoo, cuckoo. Although I find it interesting she's used this. I think she could have used, for example, the dove, coo, coo, coo. And that would have also been part of spring. And I think also she's saying that this cuckoo song, the making the noise, is just something the bird does. This is a characteristic of the bird. This is just a response, a reflex, if you like, that it's not something that is actually thought about. But she's saying that spring always comes with the sound of the cuckoo, and that love, or the metaphor is that love always comes with the sounds of I love you, I love you. Also, though, I think perhaps cuckoo, cuckoo, I love you. The words rhyme. They go well together. So, well, spring wouldn't be spring without the sound of the cuckoo. Love wouldn't be love without the sound of the cuckoo. Beloved I, amid the darkness greeted by a doubtful spirit voice, that in doubt's pain cry, speak once more thou lovest. So I'm beloved, I, your beloved, I'm in the darkness. I'm feeling really bad. I'm feeling really paranoid. I'm in the darkness of doubt. Okay, so I'm worried, and in this darkness, I'm greeted by a spirit voice, and this voice is asking you, say once more you love me. Tell me once more you love me. So she's in the middle of all this doubt. Tell me once again you love me. Who can fear too many stars, though each in heaven shall roll? So, how can you have too many stars in the sky? You can't have too many stars in the sky, though each of these stars in heaven has a starring role. It could be the most beautiful, but you can't have too many stars. Too many flowers, though each shall crown the year. You can't have too many flowers, even though one single flower would be the most beautiful thing of the year. And here the idea is that, you can't have too many I love yous in a relationship. She's saying that you can't tell me I love you too many times, because this is something that makes me feel good. Say thou dost love me, love me, love me. So tell me that you love me. Toll the silver iterance. So the iterance is something that is iterated, is repeated. Toll the bell, the tolling of the bell, dong, dong, dong. And here we have the metaphor. The bell rings again and again and again, and saying you love, I love you, I love you, I love you. It's the ringing of a bell, and I quite like the way she goes here. She repeats, say thou dost love me, love me, love me. So this repetition is adding emphasis, is driving the idea home that she wants him to say, I love you, I love you, tell me you love me. It's like the tolling of a bell. only minding, dear, to love me also in silence with thy soul. And here we have I think that the crux of the problem. So yes, he is telling her that he loves her, but please remember also, love me in reality. Don't just say you love me, feel it with your soul. Don't just repeat the words I love you, but also feel that love with your soul. So she's worried about the truth of his words, I love you. Is he actually telling the truth? Does he actually love her or not? And this is I think the basis of this sonnet. It's insecurity in love. She wants to feel absolutely secure that he really does love her, that he's not just playing with her. So, say over again, Sonnet 21 by Elizabeth Barrett Browning.